All right. Welcome
By
to
the way, I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling a little tipsy right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It shows.
You getting Liddy's hot sauce beats here.
Why do people talk about dreams, dream matchups? Dream Opportunities is about imagining what you want things to be like. If only the setting were just right.
None of us will ever forget.
The characters, just right. The timing, just right.
I don't think you can ever do that again, at no point in time.
If only it could all be the way you might have dreamed it up yourself.
People perceived us as being superheroes.
We became a team, and that team just stomped on everybody.
This never happened nowhere.
Figured eventually there'd be a movie made about the Dream Team.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history.
How was y'all MCC, and did the predictions that we made in the previous podcast match any of the results?
I warned you all. I warned you all so much. I think we all wanted Red to do well, but at the end of the day, I couldn't co-sign on it because I just wasn't feeling. But I'll tell you what, they played well, and what I was wrong about was they had such a good attitude the whole way through, even though it didn't really come together for them. Like, they were trying and they were giving it their best.
I don't know, yo. I kind of feel like your prediction was a little too spot on, especially with Wilbur, because Wilbur was he was exactly as you said. He was kind of dragging him down. I'm not gonna lie. He was like
Hamilton
I don't know.
the whole time. Literally the whole time he's quoting Hamilton. And just to add on to what you were saying, Nate. So me and my daughter reacted to it live on Twitch. And like I was telling my daughter this, literally you hit the hammer on the head. I had Red Rabbits winning, and you didn't even have them in your top 3, bro. And you
I had them like 7.
Yes, man. Like, you nailed it. And I'll eat my words, man. And I'm a chat. I'm a Tommy fan, so don't just take my words. I'm eating my words. I called the team wrong, bro.
Canceled.
I'll say this though, Grid Runner, that first game they had that was like the series of puzzles and almost like, I mean, Hot Sauce, you can probably relate to this. That's what it struck me as, was almost like one of those military obstacle courses where you have to figure out how you solve the puzzle. Like, I thought that was a really cool way to start.
It was, especially with it being a new game. I think it leveled the playing field. No matter whether you're a vet for the MCC, a new person, Rambu's been there for a couple MCCs now. It literally leveled the playing field to start off this MCC, which we haven't seen for a while. So that was really, and even as a viewer, I was confused, like, what's going on with this game? What are they doing? Like, it definitely leveled the playing field.
But who did y'all spend the majority of the time watching? Because admittedly, when I got to, like, the one thing that I look for when I'm watching the MCC is somebody who, like, is entertaining and funny, but also, like, they're still showing the results. Because that was my big thing that's tough when you watch Tommy, is he doesn't really check the scoreboard much. And as someone who is a sports fan, I'm like, who's winning? What the hell is going on? And Ranboo was, like, at the top of his game with that. So that was who I spent most of my time watching.
Like, I literally was in Ramboo's, but then I think I was in Hot Sauce. Like, I think I was in Hot Sauce Live the whole time, just like watching it. Like, it's very like, you can't go wrong. He has 3. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit here.
Literally. That's how we do so this is my daughter and I's 4th MCC in a row reacting to, and we always bring up 3 different teams. So we had Dream, Tommy in it, and George Not Found for the majority of it until obviously Dodgeball. And then we threw in Fruit Berries, which, God, that dude is an MVP. They didn't win, but he was an MVP. And we love doing that. So my daughter, she never, like, will fully commit to a team. She's like, oh, I can't choose. I love 3. I committed to the Red Rabbits, but I'm happy Dream won. Grian, and I told you guys this during our first episode, Grian dominated. I think all of us, right? I think all of us had Purple Pandas in our top 3, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's the only thing we nailed on the head together.
They were dominating majority of the competition for sure. They were going crazy.
Pink Parrots were, I gotta give, yes, they won, but what people may not know that didn't watch the whole thing is they were also in the top 3 the whole time, so they were always in there. And that's something I will eat my words. I didn't even have the Pink Parents in my top 3, and I'm not taking nothing away from Dream. I did not give enough credit to his team, and Dream is now back-to-back champion of the MCC.
That he, like, to backtrack to Techno, that he literally did the whole thing where, like, all of the coins he was donating to the cancer thing, and I was like, you know what? Didn't root for your team, but I love that you did that.
And something to add on to you, Joey, and we keep it real on this podcast. I would have liked to see the MCC do something for Techno, whether it was the coin. And this is my idea. I think it would have been cool to put Techno on the coin to, literally the day after his video came out. But something, I got to give a huge shout out to Fruitberries. Fruitberries made a Technoblade skin, and then his Elytra had his normal skin on it, because and I didn't know this until I switched to Dodgebolt, and I'm like, Fruitberries got Techno, and I thought that was such a Jeff's
I
kiss.
was watching yours, and I was like, wait, like, because you were like, wait, is that Techno? Is that Techno? I'm like, wait, I'm like, no, that can't be Techno, but that is definitely his skin.
I love that he did that, man, because again, I think it's about bringing awareness to Techno he is a foundation piece of what we're doing. The MCC, Dream SMP. I mean, literally, he's one of the top 3 players of all time on MCC. The Dream SMP, he's a staple. So this being the day after, again, Joey, you nailed it on the head with Dream doing his $1 per coin that team got. And I think 3 of the 4 people on that team matched it. So it wasn't just Dream. I think 3 of the 4. It was. We're talking about over
$21,000.
Wow.
Something I wanted to know, because Nate, I think you said this was definitely your first time watching the championship, like the whole way through. What did you think about like the spectacle of everything? Because it really is like it's a whole production. It's amazing what Nox Crew does.
It goes even beyond that, because like even I actually tuned into some people who were doing a before pre-stream for MCC who had a panel set up in Minecraft and were live streaming everything, and their characters were commentating in this Minecraft panel. And I was like, yo, their production value is crazy. So I wonder what MCC is going to be like. And then I was watching, I was looking, I was like, they have a burger stand. Yes. I don't know why I got so happy about the burger stand. But for some reason, I was excited about the burger stand. And it was just such a grandiose display of everything. And I absolutely love the game where they were flying through this like huge like cave thing or whatever on the Elytras. Like that was one of my favorite game modes, and I wanted to play it. I really just wanted to be in it.
That one's like TGAFD.
I get to the other side and punch a fan. It's called like Tig Tosawaf or something.
Yes.
We were talking earlier about things that can get you canceled. Is a white guy saying Tig Tosawaf? I feel like I'm in so much trouble.
You know it.
But that, and then Ace Race is another big one that's not like...
Love Ace Race.
Those are where it's... But then, to balance it out, they've got like the survival games, which is literally Fortnite in Minecraft pretty much. And Sands of Time was the last game. I think that's such a unique, just Minecraft game in general, that getting to watch everybody run through it, like that's so... It's very Legends of the Hidden Temple, if y'all remember that show.
Yes.
As for grown adults that, we get the comment, you like a block game. So, regardless of that hating stupid comment that every person that enjoys Minecraft has heard, we are 4 true fans of the sport of Minecraft. Yeah. I am a diehard sports fan. The MCC is a monthly Super Bowl of Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I think outside of the College World Series, the NBA playoffs, it is one of the best set up championships because you get 8 games, not including Dodgeball, that show a plethora of skills that is shown in Minecraft. Build Mart, night and day different than survival games. Ace Race, night and day different than TGIF. Throw in 3 more letters. I mean,
Tig Tosawaf. You've got to embrace the Tig Tosawaf.
You get literally someone who could get last place on one game the team could be in last place and with 3 games left can come back and jump in the top 2 because if you're good at PvP, you're going to shine. If you're good at building, you're going to shine. And as a fan of a block game named Minecraft, it does not get better than the MCC. And for anyone who watched it for the entirety, like you, Nate, I know you loved it because it is Minecraft at its core, its foundation of what makes this game so great.
I couldn't agree more. It was absolutely incredible. I love the energy that all of the contestants brought to the MCC. And Rambu's team, of course, the Red Rabbits, that was the POV I watched the entire time just because I'd never even tuned into a Rambu stream before. So I really wanted to understand, like, what was all the hype. I think that was probably the most watched stream. I was looking, his numbers were absolutely beyond out of this world. Like,
more than Tommy's.
Yeah.
That was Tommy.
Tommy's
up there.
Their numbers were absolutely insane. And I can't imagine being under that much pressure to perform in a big competition, you know, having that many viewers on you too, and kind of critiquing everything.
I don't have 100% statistics behind this, but from what I saw, and we switched through a lot of people, I think Rambu had the most numbers. He had more than Dream, more than Tommy, and outside, he had way more than Jack Manifold, George Not Found. I think Rambu was the most watched person on MCC.
And he busted his butt these last 2 to like learn the games. I was amazed at the knowledge that he was just dropping at the beginning of, as soon as the game came up, he's like, okay, this is the strategy. This is what we need to do. And it was like, that was so cool. Cause I don't know, as somebody of his stature, I feel like you could get in on name alone, you know, and if you come in 35th, who cares? You're still, you know, freaking Rambo at the end of the day. But like, it means a lot to him, and I think that's kind of cool.
I think he ended up finishing 24th by the end, which was, I think he even sounded like he was elated. He was so happy to finish 24th because he said he wasn't really expecting to win, for one, and he didn't expect to place very, very high or very far. So to not be dead last, I think for him was like an accomplishment. And I just loved, once again, his energy. And he brought the VR tuber thing out too. Which
Wilbur spoiled it for everyone.
Oh man, freaking Wilbur can't keep his freaking mouth shut, huh?
So I gotta say a correction from what I put out in the last episode. I said last episode that Rambu got 3rd or 4th in the last MCC. He actually got 14th, but that just shows his first MCC, he was in the top 15, and then this time, did anyone on his team place higher? I don't think Tommy got better in 24, did he? Because Tommy struggled this MCC, really. Did anyone finish higher than him on his team?
Actually, don't know.
I didn't see the individuals, but I don't know. That's part of it too, like, right? Because Rambu isn't, you know, it's not like he was a Bed Wars YouTuber coming into this. You know, he's not a Minecraft speedrunner coming into this like Illumina or like Fruitberries is. So to come from like, yeah, I'm a TikToker who kind of segued into the world of Minecraft, but I put in enough time and effort to get to that next level. Like, that to me, again, that's just huge because he's going up against people that have been running the game and been playing the game for as long as it's been out.
Very, very tough competition. And I will say, let's all be honest, he got into this MCC because of canonical thickness. I'm sorry.
Canonical thickness.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Is that a new phrase there? I've never heard canonical thickness before.
We are copywriting it. It's a DTP original.
Oh man,
it rolls off the tongue good. Say canonical thickness.
I want a shirt, a Nate Allen shirt that on the back just says canonical thickness.
Nah, I'll be sued by Rambo. It's him.
No, Nate, get a new hat made. Canonical thickness.
That's such a great idea. I'm not going to lie.
That'll be a new era of Nate, because as Yo BGS said in our first episode, you can always tell what era of Nate you're watching depending upon his hat.
Canonical thickness era. Let's go. But no, when Rambo had mentioned it before they lined up and started twerking at the end, so he had said that he has canonical thickness. I don't know what that necessarily means, but
I don't either.
It's Rambo.
Like
It's Rambo.
It sounds good.
We love it.
Well, I would love to talk about a bit more about Tubbo because I do feel like he deserves some shine. He dropped the long-awaited Life by the Sea featuring CG5 and Dan Bull. Amazing track, banger, great video. I would love to hear all of your thoughts on it.
Me personally, hearing him do it on his stream live, just playing the keyboard, and then hearing the song, I did not expect that at all. Did not expect it. And then like I was like in here streaking, like screaming at my computer screen because I was like, yes, Tubbo, like I am so proud of you. I could see the behind the scenes. Like I didn't react to it, but I went and watched it. Like they have been working on this for the longest. This is something that he just decided, said, hey, I want to put a song out. He was grinding. So freaking proud of him. And that video was Tubbo. It was cute. It was adorable. Like it was just Tubbo. And I was like, oh my gosh, like you can do no wrong. Like I love me some Tubbo.
I think the bar is set so high for like YouTuber music because you hear so many people that get into it, and it seems like one of the first things, oh, you're a big YouTuber. Oh, you want to get into music. Okay. Oh, you're going to rap. That's so original, you know? So like the bar was already set so high for Tubbo. And again, is the shyer, the more quiet dude in sort of his circle of friends, for him to just come out and kill it and drop something that was so amazing, this whole vibe of like a coming of age story for him, because all these things are happening around him, but he's not old enough to get a credit card, you know? He's getting swarmed every time he goes outside, but he can't drive because he crashed his parents' car because he's still learning how to drive. And like how he reconciles all these different things in this like quiet Tubbo body that just kind of exploded out in this song. Like I love how hard he went for it.
Well, something that has to be said, Joey, I also watched the behind the scenes, and as a fellow music producer, this song 100% would not have happened without CG5. So behind the scenes, it showed CG5 was kind of like the conductor of this song, asked so many questions to Tubbo. What are you envisioning? And then he would go on something that I use a lot too, which is called Splice, where you get copyrighted free samples, whether it's drum sounds, melodies, instrument loops. CG5 kept asking this question, you know, what kind of vibe you going for? And he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. You know, jazz, you know, he'd name some bands. So CG5 would start playing samples. Ooh, Tubbo would be like, I like that. And then CG5 would be like, you know what? If you like that, I think you should play a piano like this. And then CG5 would play the piano and be like, Tubbo, play that for me. And then Tubbo would play it and he's like, okay, I like that, but do this. And then he'd play, he's like, all right, dude, put your microphone right by whatever instrument. Cause he also had this like a Caribbean instrument, and he'd record it through the microphone. And then what I do is I play MIDI, which is a keyboard that you can load instruments on. You can pitch it up and down through the keys. And so then he'd take what Tubbo played, pitch it on his MIDI keyboard, create a melody, and Tubbo would be like, oh my God, that's amazing. I listened to these 4 songs. I like the way they perform this. And he kept saying, I want to rap. I want to rap. I want to try this rapping. I think this would sound cool. And they collectively made this masterpiece of a song together.
And his vocals, like CG5's vocals on that song, like when he hit that note, like I remember when I paused it, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's hitting this note, yes. And then I unpause it and he's still going, and I'm just like, okay, my life. Like, yes.
He's so much like CG5 in this song is like the wind, right? Like you walk outside on a windy day, you can't see the wind, but you know it's there, and you listen to the song like you see Tubbo's rapping, but when you sit down and you really listen to it, you're like, wait a minute, CG5 is here too in a big way.
That instrumental, 100%, and this is something I said when I reacted to it. One of my biggest takeaways is the instrumental. You heard the CG5 influence. It sounded, again, the instrumental, it sounded like a CG5 song. You heard which is an amazing compliment to CG5 as a producer, not even an artist. You heard his influence on that instrumental.
Without a doubt. And if you watch anything with other like producers, kind of like similar like Kenny Beats, it's like if you watch anything like The Cave, right? And then The Cave series is one of my favorite series ever because he brings in an artist that we might all know or might not all know. And he literally, in that moment, while the camera's rolling, will cook up a song and he'll ask the artist, what are you feeling today? Literally, like, what'd you even have to eat before you got in? and he will throw that into the beat. If you say some steak and some mashed potatoes,
steak
somehow,
and mashed potatoes,
right? He figures out a way to just throw it into the beat. That's really much how CG5 kind of operates, and I've noticed from some of the behind the scenes videos I've watched from him, he is such a talented, ingenious creator. He can pull all these different influences from these different things and just put it into this amalgamation of something that's like really, really incredible and is really pushing the boundaries for whatever the artist he's working with is really doing. And I really love how he brought Tubbo out. He brought the full Tubbo out.
Yes.
You know, with this song.
Him confidence. He made him comfortable. Completely agree with you, Nate.
And I love that. I just love Tubbo being on this. And I actually like the commentary Tubbo was offering on this song about taking a break, slowing down, and realizing, okay, if you can't upload today or if you can't upload tomorrow, it's not going to be the end of your life. There's a much greater life out there. He'd rather gaze at clouds than chase clout. All right. That was one of my favorite lines ever from Tubbo. And it was just so relatable. It was definitely a refreshing song. Boys, we're going to do a cheers.
Oh, I like your thinking, fam.
Cheers. We're going to start off with Would You Rather. And this is the Dream SMP edition.
Oh, okay.
You're about to get juicy. Am I going to get canceled? That's all I need to know.
If you don't, you're not trying hard enough.
All right, y'all ready?
Woo!
Okay.
Oh, I feel it, Jesus.
This is Would You Rather Dream SMP edition. If you lost all of your canon lives in the Dream SMP and had to come back, who would you rather come back as? Ghostbur or Glatt?
Oh, God, you did it. You did, you son of a bitch, you.
No.
Son of a bitch.
No.
You know this is a touchy subject if you choose a certain way. One path is safe. Goodness God, Tito's safe. One path is the safe route. One is you're gonna get comments.
But and I'm gonna say this with a great amount of speculation. I'm gonna say that I would come back as Glatt because of what I mentioned last week with the bet, and I think that Glatt is the hand that's rocking the Las Nevadas cradle right now. But then again, you have to live, your eternity in that sweaty gym, and only practice visit you,
the big man gym.
So I don't know, but I will say, because I feel like I'm picking up where you're going, Sauce. I'll say Glatt.
So I'm gonna back you up on that, homie. I am Glatt as well, but I'm doing it from a different standpoint, because you guys know, right? I did the Ballad of Ghostbur, massive Ghostbur fan.
Yeah,
I'm doing it though from a standpoint of personality. I picked Glatt because Ghostbur is such a passive person. Like, don't get me wrong, he's there in an entity, but I feel like personality-wise, he's almost like he goes with the flow too much, and he exists. Whereas Glatt is still Schlatt. It's dead Schlatt. His personality didn't change. He's still the ruler of his destiny again, just like you brought up with the bet. I want to be Glatt because I feel like he is still, even though he's relying on the Revive book, but he's still the ruler of his own destiny, where he's not going to get talked into trying to release Dream and get murdered because of it. So,
oh my goodness. And then here I am, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be Ghostbur because I literally I am literally just putting myself in a person, and I am literally passive. Like, I will literally just go along. Like, you want me to go do this? All right, I got you. Like, that's just me in a nutshell. But also, just because I reacted to a lot of Ghostbur stuff, and they loved Ghostbur, I just want that love. Like, I want that love.
Oh, you're gonna get it. Me, as of right now, me and YoBGS are literally about to get shit on in the comments.
And I'm going to get it. Oh, listen. Oh, no. My backup singers are going to let me have it because they know how much I love Schlatt, that they're going to be like, so Joey, you're switching up on it. Like, I see it now. Like, oh, so he switched up. Like, no.
Like Glad has like this. Glad has the pass, right? Like he can do whatever he wants, and everyone's just like, "Oh, that's Glad. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
We've quarantined him. That's the best we can do.
And that was the thing that I didn't understand though about Glad's character, because I couldn't tell if he is confined to the gym because he has to be, or if he's confined to the gym because of his personality change, and if he has some kind of like a phobia of going outside. Like he doesn't think like if he leaves the gym, he might like dematerialize or something. That was something I kept going back and forth in my head. It's like, what if this is like a mental thing that happened to him because he died and he came back and now he's like, I'm a ghost now. I don't believe I can even function outside of the gym.
So just to add on to that, and again, this is speculation, I think the big man gym is his purgatory, whereas Wilbur's was the bus station, because something, and again, I think all four of us have seen this episode off of Quackity's lore, that beautifully made, by the way, but Schlatt mentioned other people came through the big man gym, meaning it's not just in his mind. And again, it's a physical place that Quackity visited. And he mentioned, without saying names, that other people have been through here. So you're assuming he's talking about Tommy, because he says something like, the guy that came through here annoyed the shit out of me, or something like that. But I think it's his purgatory, like the bus station, that you could physically go to.
And remember, it's like they all exist in each other's purgatories as well, because Wilbur had said something about like Schlatt needing to count laps, and he didn't know know what Schlatt was talking about, and because Tommy overheard it, but Tommy couldn't see any of what they were talking about, and he was just like, every lap was so many years, and he did, I think 19 laps was how Tommy had figured out. Like one of them figured out that's how long they were there by basically counting Schlatt.
Yeah, the Hell World. I can't wait to dive deeper into that. And I felt like that was a part of the reason why the Dream SMP is still like so popular and why we want it so bad, is because there's so many unanswered questions. Like, what is this realm?
Yes.
I guess, do I have to answer this too?
Yeah, you do.
100%. Yes. You ain't getting off this bus, bro. You on it with us.
All right.
I found Big Nate Jim.
Hey, I was this close, because I do like the gym. I was this close to being like, all right, I could live in the gym forever. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Ghostbur, and I'm gonna go with Ghostbur only for this one reason. Friend. That's it. I just want friend. I want friend to follow me around.
The blue sheep.
I love friend.
Can I add something, right? Because Nate, what's you may not know the exact answer, but roughly, what's the title of this episode?
The Drunk?
Can we do a cheers, a drink after each question?
Yeah.
Right?
We may need to cut somebody off here pretty soon.
Right? I'm like the drunk.
Nate?
Me. The drunk.
That's us just interrupted the podcast to have everyone drink.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, on to the next one. All right, here we go. This. All right.
Uh-oh.
This is the last
Who would you rather start a family with in the DSMP? Fundy or Dream?
Oh, wow.
You gotta think, who's gonna be worse when they're pregnant?
In my mind, I'm like, no, because if I choose Fundy, I now have to deal with his revived dad. I don't know if I want to deal with that.
But if you choose Dream, your baby mama's in jail.
I'm not going. I can't hold you down. I can't come to visitation. So I'm gonna choose Fundy. I would rather deal with Wilbur than to go visit you and get stuck in jail.
Less drama.
I think I gotta go with Dream. And going back to last episode with our whole Game of Thrones theme, even though I hate the Lannisters, if I'm gonna put a baby in a family, I feel like Dream, as far as like power, influence on the Dream SMP, I feel like if you're part of Dream's family, you're set. And yes, you might still struggle, but I feel as far as like the hierarchy, Dream's family's above a lot of other families. So I'm gonna go in that Dream family tree with my baby. I'll be Dream's baby daddy.
But here's the problem with that. Dream's whole arc for the last the one problem with that is that Dream's whole arc has been breaking people from their attachments. So if Dream had a kid, or you were in that, like, he's gonna see that attachment, he's gonna try and break you of that if he ever gets out of prison. So that all of that seems like something that I would want to avoid. Like, obviously, Fundy is dealing with that whole specter of like his nightmares and different things related to that. But that's a whole lot better than my baby mama built a dungeon to try and trap 2 teenagers. So, like, I'm going with Fundy.
Nate, does this? I'm gonna break my baby mama out of prison. I'm breaking Dream out. I'm getting my sweetheart. I'm getting my boo thing out of prison.
I believe that you believe that, but it's not gonna happen.
And I guess that's another thing too. You gotta ask whoever you're choosing to make a family with. You want to wonder, do you really want all that drama? That's the real question. It's like Dream is the most hated person on the server. Even if he does have power, he's the most hated. And it's like, if you choose to make, a family with him, you're going to be the most hated too. So it's like, do you really want that energy?
Are you also going to be on the run the whole time, right?
Everybody's coming for you.
Yeah.
Like, we can't get to your husband, well, we can get to you.
I didn't think of that.
I would probably have to pick Fundy. I'm sorry. I don't want the Dream drama. I don't want drama. Dream is drama.
Am I on an island on this one? Am I the only one that picked Dream?
You can have Dream Island.
Without your husband who's in prison.
I'm sorry, Hot Sauce. I couldn't roll with you. Have we all answered that one, right?
I think so.
All right,
hey,
here we
don't
go.
gotta cut me off. I didn't bring this one up. This is Nate. Thank you, bro. I got your back.
Last, would you rather? Who would you rather be forced to team up with for 24 hours in the Dream SMP? Tommy Innit or Mexican Dream?
Okay.
24 hours of this person. Understand this.
I'm just glad neither of them are made H-bomb.
Guys, you know what? I'm gonna go with Tommy. For the simple fact is, like, I know it's not going to be boring. Like, I know we're going to be doing something, whether it's going to be chaos, starting a war, or just, like, terrorizing. Like, and I'm okay with that. Like, Tommy, let's go. 24 hours. I'll pray about it tomorrow.
Well, I think since Dream's my baby mama, I got to go with the less dramatic, because I feel like Mexican Dream is 24/7 drama, because that's just the personality of Mexican Dream. Even though Tommy Innit is drama, you get breaks. You get moments of greatness and then moments of chaos, moments of goofy. Again, Dream's my baby mama. I'm gonna take that little break and get just a little bit. I know that sounds crazy, but a little bit of stability with Tommy in it. And I know that's crazy to say about Tommy, but compared to Mexican Dream, I'm getting a little bit of stability with Tommy in it.
So I kind of got to go with the group here. I have to go with Tommy, but it's mainly just because Tommy is the more plugged in of the two. Like, if you think about all the times Mexican Dream pops up, he doesn't seem to know a whole lot about what's going on. He just kind of comes in and does his own thing. And like, if I was going to be on the server for 24 hours, I'd want to be able to do something that matters. And I feel like if Tommy knew he had somebody that could do the grunt work that he's looking to get done, then, he might try and make some moves at that point. So I got to say Tommy.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I'm going to go with Tommy, and I'm really only going to go with Tommy just because Mexican Dream unfortunately feels a lot more like an idea than a full-fledged character. The two, what I would consider to be possibly the most annoying people in the Dream SMP, I tried to pin them up against each other, and I couldn't think of anyone.
Great job, Nate.
I thought maybe Quackity. Quackity's pretty fleshed out, but Quackity as a character is not very overzealous to a certain extent. He's actually pretty level-headed and sensible.
Mexican Dream is Quackity literally on crack.
Yeah, it's Quackity on crack.
I was trying to think, has Mexican Dream done anything where he wasn't around Tommy? Because it almost seems like Tommy hallucinated Mexican Dream when he was in exile. Like, he's just a Tommy in it fever dream who just happens to always be around when Tommy's alone.
That's always been a constant thing I've seen brought up as a question of, like, is Mexican Dream an actual character or is Mexican Dream a hallucination? Because it seemed like you said, he manifested right around the time when Tommy was to himself. I don't know. Since there's a ghost of him, I try to think that maybe there's a character, like there must be a character if there's a ghost of Mexican Dream, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I think that it's just like you said, he's not very fleshed out. He's really just caricature. So,
but he is the one that when he's in an episode, you're happy to see him.
Yeah.
Because it's coming off the rails.
All right. Well, that was...
Question asked and answered.
Asked and answered, boys. And that was Would You Rather, Dream SMP edition. Now, this last segment for the game is... I changed the name of it. Before it was 2 truths and 1 lie. It's now 2 villagers and 1 illager. And the reason we're keeping it Dream SMP / Minecraft themed, and I really am looking forward to see what your answers are and who's going to really come on top with this one, because this will be a good test of your knowledge of the Dream SMP.
So are we trying to...
Reminder, I lost last time, so I'm going to try to keep my streak.
You get to answer last going forward, because I feel like for this first one, you should be able to answer last. So I'm going to give that to Joey.
Okay.
Bring it on, baby.
Got it.
The first one, everything terrible that has happened in the Dream SMP was after Tommy joined. The second one, Philza is 43 years old and the oldest player on the Dream SMP. The third one, George Not Found is left-handed and uses TFGH instead of WASD to control his character in Minecraft. And I'm gonna put hot sauce. I'm putting hot sauce on the freaking thing. Go.
Can you do me one favor? Can you reread number 1?
Yes. Everything terrible that has happened in the Dream SMP was after Tommy joined.
That's the lie. That sounds like an opinion-based statement and not a fact of truth. Yes. 1 is the lie. Illager, what'd you say? Villager versus Illager?
Yeah, that's the Illager. Yes.
Illager.
A fact of truth. I'm just laughing at a fact of truth. I think, if memory serves, Philza... I don't think Philza has hit the big 4-0 yet. So I'm going to say number 2. That's the Illager.
Are we saying in real life? In real life?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
in
saying?
real life.
Do you say Philza's 40?
43.
Oh, I'm in real life? IRL?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I retract?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna change my answer to Yo BGS. I'm going with. I'm sorry. I misheard.
No, you're good.
Phil's a lie. Phil's a lie.
Dude, hot sauce is my favorite right now. I would change my answer. I don't want to be Dream's baby daddy anymore. That's we're still on that, right?
No more.
Tubbo, you're a good kid. You sing good music, son. I'm glad you listen to this podcast.
Oh.
I got you, Joey.
And I'm going with number 2 because as someone who has watched the Dream SMP ages and life partners, I know that he is not 40 years old.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all get a point. Philza is not 43. Philza is actually age 33. But the reason why the Tommy thing is in there with the everything terrible happened is within the timeline of the Dream SMP. There was a lot of peace. There was actually only peace until Tommy joined. Once Tommy joined, he started causing chaos. And then that's how the Dream SMP even became a thing. So that's that. And then the third one, of course, George Not Found is actually left-handed. Yeah, and he uses TFGH instead of WASD, which I didn't know before doing this whole thing. So
left-handed and colorblind.
Yeah, so that was an interesting fact. All right, y'all. All right. No more claps. No. Nah, I'm not happy. First, before on to the next one. Hold on. Sapnap can play the trombone. Captain Puffy's name is based off the Pokemon Jigglypuff. And Tubbo is dyslexic.
That's a good round, Nate. You son of a gun.
Do you want me to go? Because the first one is a lie.
Wow.
All right, Joey. Starting off the bat first.
I'm not hesitating. Number 1 is a lie.
Okay.
It's weird to have to play in the group setting because I don't want to give like, I don't want to say which ones I know are true because I don't want to give the information to the people that I'm supposedly playing against. But I'm 100% with Joey on this. It's number one.
And again, with the number one overall goal to beat Nate, because as you guys experienced last week, you guys didn't beat me. Strategy-wise, we want to beat Nate. And I know I might screw the pooch if we're all wrong here, but I'm going to jump on that boat with number one as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, just B. Are y'all ready for the results? It was definitely number one. It's definitely number one.
Yeah, y'all still alive, babe.
Listen, and you will know this when you dive more into Captain Puffy. She literally explains it. I just watched the LCast series and on H-Bomb, and she explains it how she got her name. And I was like, okay, I know that is true. Like, I know that is true.
Well, yeah. And I actually got a lot of like flack from people. I forget if Tubbo was writing something down or he was reading a book in the early days of the SMP, and that was when everybody let me know, because it was just like, it was one of those, they were hastily typing, you know, like, because Tommy will intentionally just misspell things because he doesn't care. And I thought Tubbo was doing that, and then everyone was like, no. So that I knew that one, and I swear someone on my stream the other day brought up what you were talking about, Joey, about Captain Puffy. So I was like, that's an easy one.
Yeah, she mentioned it. They were asking her. She's like, "Oh yeah, I used to be obsessed with Jigglypuff, and then I just chopped them up." And she was like, "Captain." She was like, "Captain just made her seem more like not feminine. Like she didn't want a feminine name, so she was like Captain. Like, okay, that's fine. Let's go with that." I was like, "Got you."
That's also one of those wild things too, because she just celebrated her 10-year streamer anniversary. So she was like, 10 years ago, that was definitely something that, you know, she would think about, is like, oh, I don't want to sound too feminine or whatever. So
I love the fact that, you know, she kind of kept, you know, homage to Pokemon in that way. And I also want to say the Sapnap does play the violin. So that's the kind of the cool thing also of this that I found out. And I just swapped it with trombone because I was trying to figure out what we were.
I knew he played an instrument because I remember seeing something about it. Like I used to, like, because I watch a lot of him in the Carl Nat moments, and they always are like talking about weird stuff. And I remember I was like, wait, that is not what he said he played.
So y'all are really, really doing well. Time to drink.
Cheerio.
This one's to Joey's confidence on that last one, because that's what I signed off on.
Oh yeah. He came on full force there, and I bought into it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't 100% know the answer, but I bought into Joey's hype on that one.
Joey,
thank you, Joey. We're all alive because of you, Nate.
All right,
bro. Nate, you might lose, bro.
Uh-oh.
I'm just throwing this out here.
We're gonna move on to the next or last, the final question, or the final series of questions, answers, whatever this is. I'm drunk. Anyway, Technoblade is a devout Christian and attends church on Sundays. Jay Schlatt used to play the cello. Punk used to be a drill rapper.
Who hasn't answered first yet?
Yo, BTS, let's go.
Bus driver?
Let's see here. I'm buying fully into the Punk one. I think that's true. Techno being a devout Christian, I don't know. Because I feel like if you were a devout Christian, you went to church every week, you wouldn't call yourself the blood god. I feel like that goes directly against some of the tenets of Christianity. Just a little bit there. Schlatt used to play the cello. I can't imagine that being a thing, because I'm just trying to imagine 8-year-old Schlatt walking around like, you got me this cello? The instrument's bigger than I am. Mom, how am I supposed to get this on my bike? Most kids play the recorder. It fits in their backpack. I got to drag this around in a red wagon behind. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to say that's so far-fetched. I got to go with that's the cello. I'll go with the cello.
But I feel like I want to go with the techno as being the lie, just because I agree with what y'all was saying about, like, I don't see how that would go, like blood for the blood god and then like Christianity don't go together. So I'm going to go with that as the lie. I don't think techno is Christian. But Techno, if you are a Christian and you see this, I love Jesus.
For real. They might take that offense, you know?
Like, they might take that so wrong, but like not even.
You were wondering what you were gonna get canceled for this episode.
So that actually goes into my train of thought, because I feel like two things here. One, I feel like the lie with Technoblade is like a play on. I feel like this is something Technoblade could have already been canceled about. But then the instrument, this is something already Nate has changed. So in previous rounds, so I'm really split between the two, but I don't want to be the only. And then strategy comes into play. Do I want to be the only person that breaks from the herd and not beat Nate? Or do I want to be the lone savior of the person that did? Or all three of us could be wrong, by the way, because there's a third option out there that I'm not even thinking about.
We not even
consider a drill rapper.
Don't even consider.
He be rapping. Might be
That's
rapping.
crazy. That's crazy in itself. But it's so I gotta break from the herd. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. I gotta cover 66% of our options, so someone beats Nate, and I'll take it. I'll take that dagger. I'm doing it. I'm not choosing Technoblade. I'm choosing the instrument.
Okay.
I'm doing it for the group. So I'm win-win. I'm either right or I'm sacrificial lamb. You're welcome. Let's go, Nate. What you got?
All right. Joey was the only one right. Come on now. Technoblade's an atheist. He's mentioned it multiple times.
Didn't Yo BGS? I thought you picked Technoblade too.
No.
No, he picked
because I was going ahead. I assumed you were both going to pick one.
Oh, Joey won.
Joey,
there you have it, guys. The underdog can come back and win.
Joey won. That's what's up, bro.
Well, you know what?
First, good job.
I think that is a perfect way to go ahead and end off the podcast tonight. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. This was an amazing experience. We're going to go ahead and cheers it off to end it. We will see everyone in the next episode featuring Evan MC Gaming. So definitely stay tuned. We will see y'all then.
Bye.
See ya.